My name is Sam Roberts. I am the CEO of Fluidesign. I've been working with the company for 20 years. I started when the company first started with Gord Henry, who is my father. I love coming up with new ideas and seeing how far we can take the performance of these boats. The Fluid Custom is the first made-to-measure single that's built using your own unique measurements. We take that information and we use it to calibrate the adjustment points on the boat. So when you receive it, it has all of the efficiency and comfort to maximize your rowing experience. And you can take that a step further by choosing one of 9 different tint colors on the boat, along with different edge colors and decal colors to really express the individuality of yourself reflected in the boat.
I'm Gord Henry, founder of Fluidesign. You know, we're just evolving the product and we're always trying to make it better, always. And we're always trying to find ways to make it lighter. And we've improved the rigor a number of times just for stiffness and boat stiffness. We believe we have an amazingly complete package of hull stiffness, of hull durability, of rigging.
How can we take this another level? How can we get it to the point where it's a true custom fit boat? And I had seen from years ago the biking industry make a shift towards custom fit bikes. And I thought, is there a way in which we can do this for the singles where you have the individuality of the boat expressed in the colors you choose, but then also having the boat set up where all of the rigging efficiencies were in place, your span set, the foot stop is in the correct position at the correct angle, and having that incorporated with the individual's measurements in their body. And I thought to myself, this could be an amazing development in the single market, but how can we get this idea executed? And it wasn't until I talked with Mike Purcer at Purcerverance about this idea that really both of us together, we started to come up with what we now have as the Fluid Custom.
Over the last 15 years, I've been doing a lot of rigging analysis, and I found that boat speed can have a dramatic effect on boat speed. A number of years ago, I met with Sam from Fluidesign, and we talked about custom rigging boats prior to their construction, their delivery to the customers.
What I enjoy seeing the most is bringing other passionate people into Fluidesign like Mike Purcer, who fundamentally is just right with me. He believes so heavily in rigging. And we've been able, in concert with Mike, to deliver a more superior rigger and then to take that and optimize it as much as you possibly can.
Well, rigging is critical to boat speed, and you can't win races with rigging, but you can lose them. And effective rigging optimizes the athlete's performance.
The custom fit process starts by taking the measurements that you can see from the website, and they're measurements from your inseam to your arm span, ankle flexibility, and there's a form that can be printed off of the website to fill out, along with several instructional videos on our YouTube page that you can follow so that you can get all of the correct and precise measurements. From there, after the form is submitted, Mike Purcer analyzes all of the numbers and he does the calculations to provide the shop with the different adjustment points that we then set up on the boat before it is delivered to the customer.
The athlete measurement form has 19 different dimensions, athlete measurements, including their height, weight, flexibilities, limb lengths, and their erg score, which provides a power measurement that they have. We use these to calculate the most effective rigging.
Rigging, definitely. That is where you're going to find speed that you can measure.
as soon as the customer receives the boat and they have an opportunity to take the boat on the water, as part of our customer service, we have a follow-up video analysis to make sure that all of the different adjustment points were properly calculated on the boat and the efficiencies are in place. And from this video analysis, Mike can then determine whether everything is appropriately set and make that follow-up.
Well, once the athlete receives the boat, they and get comfortable with it, we encourage them to provide us with video from a stationary camera of them rowing, in which we can do follow-up analysis. And this analysis will also give us the aspect of their rowing technique combined with the dimensions that we've provided on the boat. We can then make small adjustments to even make the rigging more efficient. The dimensions that we provide are broken down into two categories. The length and load dimensions, which helps the athlete with their boat speed, but also comfort. The comfort in the boat, the footstop dimensions of angle and height provide that comfort that the athletes need for the long workouts that they have.
So before the boat is shipped, what we get from Mike is we have a printout analysis of what the different adjustment points are on the boat. And we use this sheet in the finish shop to be able to adjust the span, the oarlock height, the footstop angle, the rigger placement, the footstop placement, the height of the shoes, the height of the seat, and the list goes on. And all of these efficiencies from Mike's calculations will be set in the boat before it's delivered to the customer. So essentially, when you get that boat delivered to you, it's ready to row. You just add water.
These measurements were correlated with the performance in the boats, with the rigging efficiency in the boats, to come up with standard measurements for rowing categories: men, women, masters men, masters women, lightweights. And we were able to determine the most efficient standards based on the averages of people's anthropometric measurements. Once we had that, we could go back in reverse and measure the athletes first and match them to the rigging dimensions that would make them most efficient.
So at the same time that we receive the information on the adjustment points, the customer receives information from Mike with the dimensions and their setup for the boat so that they can make reference to how it was tailor fit to their body.
We've always been inspired by our customers, by their enthusiasm for the product they're receiving, and that inspiration is, and that gratification that we get from our customers is at an all-time high.
We've done over 100 Fluid custom boats, and the feedback has been phenomenal. And as we've been receiving the athletes' measurements and implementing them into custom fit boats, we are refining the process and even going a step further to include a video analysis done on an erg so that we understand what the rower's technique is and implement that into the custom fit. So it's always evolving. We're always looking for ways to improve on the Fluid Custom. And I definitely think that this is the way of the future for these boats. I think that this is, it's developing better comfort and efficiencies, which is going to translate into performance.
I'm so gratified to see where it is, and I'm so inspired and motivated to see where it's going to go next.